Do you know who created this app, Spirit? Keith Weldon made this app. You're right behind me, patting me on my back, and you're saying, I'm right here. I'm Lucy. Hi, Lucy.
Yeah, I'm Tony.
I have Tony. What's up, Tony? Do you want to talk, Tony? You went in me. Spirits have said this a million times through every device. Not a million, but a lot. They go in us to speak. Work it. Just come through the box. I heard you say work it. Box. Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm crazy excited for this video. I've been crazy excited for the past 3-4 weeks because I've been using this new app made by Keith Weldon of the Chill Seekers. I've made 8 videos on this channel over the last 3 weeks with this app because it has really jump-started my excitement. This is a tool that I've been hoping for the last 13 years. It is a tool that fits in your pocket. It's an app for your phone, and it is the best, without question, hands down, ITC tool made today, and I'm counting boxes, devices, recorders, everything in this mix, radios, the best spirit communication tool one can acquire today. And it's part of this app called Necrometer from Keith Weldon. I have to say off the bat, and I've said it before, but people don't see all of the videos, I have no affiliation with this app. I have no affiliation with Keith other than I've known him since pretty much we started this. And I am not Keith, the business partner. I don't make a penny. If 1 million of you go out and buy this app, I make not 1 penny, right? I told Keith I hope he sells 1 million copies because this is a game-changing app for many reasons. The first reason, no one on earth, no skeptic, no non-believer can debunk it. No one can say it's fake. You can't fake the speech mode of this app. And I'm going to go into the details. I'm going to do a deep dive into the features, the settings, how I set it up for my sessions, and what I do to prepare for a session. Then I'm going to show you throughout this video some of the most amazing clips I've ever recorded in 13 years, all using this $10 app. I think it's 10, it might be 8, I don't even know. I got it on the iPhone. I downloaded it just like you would download it, and I have been blown away. I'm going to talk about the app in detail here in a second, but there's nothing on the market, and I'll tell you right up front, this app for me bests even my own devices. It bests the Miracle Box app I created with Keith a couple of years ago that was based on my devices. It bests the Panasonic DR60 for me, which is a $3,000 recorder these days. It's clearer, it's more direct, it's conversational, and it bests any spirit box I've ever seen or used, as well as any app ever made, because it's real. I'm going to talk a little bit about apps, but first let's check out some of the interactions with this app that I've had. You see it or sit? He's leaving messages. They're saying about the soul and the light. Thank you. I heard my name. I make the connection. Trust my light. Let me see.
The police called her.
The police got there first. You were still alive, Corey, but there was an officer who moved your body when he shouldn't have, and you died on the scene.
I wonder if it's too...
Oliver.
Oliver, there's kids here.
Your brother, you had a brother in the car with you named Oliver. He lost his foot.
There's kids here. And you know what's weird?
What?
I could have swore in one of my last sessions in Arizona, I asked about this place and why we were led here, and they said for the children.
Detroit Vortex.
Do you see my cat Muscles here?
Slow levels.
You can pet my kitties, especially Muscles. He's sweetie. Are you petting him? It's almost like he felt something. Look at, we're having a gathering of the cats. Here's Bud. Look at all the cats have come to see you. All the cats are here to see you. Come on in, Oliver. Do you want to pet the cats?
No.
Sissy, Bud, come here. Did you say no? Men's hat, not a baseball hat. He was a classy gentleman. He liked to wear long coats. Looked very businesslike and classy. I almost feel like he was murdered. Can you show me? Can you show me who you are? He died of head trauma, though. I don't know where the trauma came from. He's not showing me.
So there's going to be many more of those clips in this video. But first, let me tell you what not to do with this app. The meter up top, ignore it. It really doesn't detect spirits. It doesn't do anything like that. There is a button you can push to bring white noise in. And I've said for years, sure, you can use white noise to communicate, but it's the worst audio source for spirits to use. If you're using white noise, you might hear something, a word or something you can't understand. That is so 15 years ago. We don't need white noise to connect with spirit. White noise is simply that. It's noise, and spirits take noise and audio and they form words with it. But that is an awful quality source of audio, white noise. So I would suggest not to use the white noise. Disregard the meter. It might move if you put it up to some metal or magnetic things, and that's about it. So the next mode is called text mode. And a lot of people will like that mode because honestly, and I have to be honest here, I'm not a fan of it. It will make a lot of you think you're talking to spirits because it's just a random word generator and it has thousands of words programmed in. Also programmed in are words like demon and evil. And I've had people say they've turned it on and heard the word demon and were scared for their lives and deleted the app. That is nonsense because that is just a random word generator. And it plays on people's fears, and it also plays on people who think they're talking to spirits when it's just popping up words. If you're getting relevant words using text mode, switch it to speech, and that's how you can test if you are really with a spirit. So speech mode, there's a science behind speech mode. Well over a decade ago, we learned how spirits speak exactly. Well, I did, and I've been preaching it to everyone for all these years. Yet there's still people who don't want to believe it. It's been scientifically proven again and again and again. And yes, this app in speech mode will scientifically prove that we are talking to spirits or an entity, right? I know it's spirits, but to people who are not experienced with this, it'll prove that there is some intelligence talking back with us because it's impossible for it to be done by chance. I'll explain more. Now, speech mode is incredible. And as I said, it uses things we've learned over the last 10, 12, 13 years about how spirits speak. But Keith, implemented it in a way that is absolutely genius, something I never thought of and probably would have never thought of. There's no sound bank, there's no words, there's no phrases, right? There's no reverse human speech, there's no radio waves, there's no radio scans. So where are these words and voices coming from? Now, speech mode has 3 voices. You can pick human, robot, and whisper. This is the voice we give spirit. Spirit do not have a voice. We have to give them a voice. No matter what we use, app, radio, recorder, all of these things give spirit a voice. Scanning radio gives the radio blips for spirits to use and manipulate. The DR60 recorder has gritty noise inside for spirits to manipulate. If they don't manipulate it, that's when you see a lot of people just playing mishmash through the DR60 that you can't understand. It's a defective recorder and it puts out this gritty noise. But when spirits connect, they use that gritty noise to form gritty sounding words. That's why the DR60 has 1 voice. We give spirits a voice. So this app has 3 voices: human, robot, and whisper. The easiest to connect with is robot, and there's reasons why that is. If you're advanced and as you grow and get more advanced, you can use human and have fluid conversations. So what is causing the audio in this app if there's no sound banks? It's merely letters of the alphabet, A through Z, and then there's some letter combos, 2 letter combos only. Could be AE, BD, EF. There's 2 letter combos. So spirits, only when we connect with them, we have to connect. The app doesn't connect. There's no app or device that connects with spirit, period. This is something I've been learning and growing for 13 years. So my results may be different from yours. But how the app works is you turn it on the speech mode, you set your voice, you want to set your reverb to on. We've proven 10 years ago that spirits use reverb frequencies and it makes it easier for them to speak. There's a box for echo, which I didn't like using, but yesterday a spirit told me to turn on the echo and they started talking better. So I turned that on, but I keep it at a low level. The reverb I keep about 3/4 up. There's a pitch mode. I don't usually like to use pitch these days, but if you put it on randomizer, spirits for me have been using it to change the pitch. So if it's a little kid, they'll make the pitch high pitch like a little kid voice. If it's a man, they'll deepen the pitch to talk with a deeper voice. If it's a female, they'll middle of the road it so they sound like a female. It's absolutely remarkable. I've even had spirits putting in Southern accents. I pick up a lot of Southern accents around here lately, and I had an English accent come in as well. Well, as they manipulate these letters and form the letters to create words, which is what they do when they connect, some of them are so strong they can put their old accents in there. It's remarkable. It's absolutely mind-blowing remarkable, and no one on this earth can debunk it or cry fake. If you do, you don't know what you're talking about. So this app is genius in that respect, that if you are getting answers and conversations, which is not easy to do, but it's possible as I show in my videos, then no one can debunk it. It's absolute a game changer for ITC. It's the kind of app that can push the field forward in a sea of fake apps that are programmed with scary words and noises and nonsense to make people think you're talking to spirits. It's why I created the Miracle Box app 2.5 years ago, which was based on my Backwards Box, my Wonder Box Deluxe, which had reverse, and my Astral Doorway. That app is also undeniable and undebunkable, but it's not as clear when spirit connects as the one Keith made. Keith hit it out of the park, and as I said in one of the videos, I don't think he really knew what he had when he made this app, and I started using it and I was like, whoa, there's something going on here. This is the first app that will prove that we can connect with and talk with spirits. It actually already has. Use the app, form the word. Melissa, is there a Melissa here? Melissa? There's a spirit here. You loved your candy. You loved your candy. I see a pantry full of confections, junk food.
chocolate cakes. That's right, chocolate. There's light here. Melissa, you were diabetic. You were unhealthy. You're showing me these things. There's guides here with her. There's other spirits here. Melissa, you're showing me you would wear these dresses, and you'd like to buy dresses. You liked. You liked big flowy dresses.
And the reason I say it scientifically proves is there's no words, there's no phrases. When you give, all you give is letters of the alphabet and you're getting direct answers back, that is scientific proof. Letters are given, words come out answering questions directly. What's going on here, right? The door takes you to it. We'll go through that door and enter the light if you haven't yet. That'll take you home. Just try not to break my camera. Show me. You gonna show me more? I see. You're showing me back here. The energy's just intense right here. Keep my eyes straight. Harold? I was saying Harley, Harold, Hector. Harold. You said back here. There's a James. There's a James and a Winnie. I can't even read that one. Is your name Harold? Is your name Harold? Are you here? With me? Holy moly, you're James. You're James Harold. So this spirit led me to his grave. Wow. Is it because I'm so close to this cemetery? Ask about it. This is Steve Huff. Show me. It's cold. You're showing it to me. It's cold. There was no lights. Was it pitch black inside? And you heard, you smelled a burning smell. And everybody looked up because there was a noise near the top. And as you see in my videos, they show me before they validate on the app. Things that cannot be faked, things that cannot be debunked. I don't care who you are. And I'm using the same exact version of the app that any of you are. So let's take a look at a few more clips and then we'll dive deeper into the Necrometer speech mode. Prayer. And that's in essence what I'm doing. When you envision, when you ask for something, that is in a way prayer, right? So the light is here for the spirit. You have. The light, is that what you're talking about? You're showing me boots. Big work boots. What do these pertain to? You were building something. Were you a home builder? Construction worker? I see the boots. I see you with a hammer. There's people around you with saws and wood. I think you were building some kind of building. Wow. You had a beard like me. Wow. Now he's through my back. Did you die on the job, Spirit? Can you confirm that? Otherwise, people think I just make this stuff up. Can you confirm it? Wow. It was a bad scene, too. Everything came to a halt and a stop instantly. He passed while building a house. Something fell from a roof. He was with a crew. He showed me his boots. He showed me the accident. The voice sometimes, the easier spirits have a way. Correct, of using it. Is this still Larry? I'm Steve Huff. Said you first. I'm Steve Huff. I'm real. Are you real? Energy coming up from my left, back. Is this you? There you are. What? Are you in the light now? Light, are you in the light? Come up, come closer, try to use this and speak. Can you come through? Future? What about the future? What can you tell me about the future, Spirit? What can you tell us? Is Harold still here? My guide. Feeling an energy. Are you hovering above me? Have a session. This is a session. Yeah, we can have a session right here with just this app. Woo! Now you're all through me. Is this Pete? Yes. Pete, feel your energy every time you're about to speak. Do you like using this? Do you like talking? Pete? Come on. I feel your energy, Pete. Can you show me what you looked like in life? I'm seeing actually, he's showing me a little boy with a newsboy. You're showing me, right? With a newsboy hat on and suspenders and shorts that are tan. Are you showing me you as... Is this you as a boy? I feel like an energy circling me. When you died, did you go into the light? Did you see the light, Pete? Are you... Wow, I'm feeling emotion right now. Very deep, very deep. When you said you'd carry me and I died, does that mean what door you went through? We'll talk. Your app. This is Keith Weldon's app, Chill Seekers. But I know Keith well. I think he did good on this one. I had somebody ask me on YouTube, well, if there's no sound banks, why are they talking to me nonstop? Well, they're not. If you just turn the app on at random intervals, the app is designed that at random intervals, and there's a rate slider. You can make it faster or slower. They're faster, there's less pause between it spitting out randomness. slower and it'll take a longer break. But spirits can control that as well, I've found, and create a direct back and forth. But the app is designed in general to try to spit out something every so often, right? And that's why a lot of people are hearing gibberish. You're just hearing nonsense because it's randomly taking letters and just forming them and spitting them out into nothing. Some people think it's a different language. It's not a different language. Spirits only speak the language you speak. There's no such thing as language on the other side. Fact. End of story. Spirits are energy. So when they come in, or when they don't come in, you're going to hear gibberish. It's going to sound like a lot of nonsense. As a matter of fact, I'll turn this on as we sit here, and you'll hear gibberish coming out because I'm not focusing, I'm not trying to connect, and again, we have to connect from... I'm going to put it on human voice. Human voice, when you get replies, is extremely clear, as you heard in the beginning intro of this video. So when you don't connect, you're just turning it on, you're going to hear gibberish come through the app. When you connect and when you focus and connect, you'll feel their energy. Well, I feel their energy, and then they will start talking and answering your questions. They call me by name. They talk to Keith by his name, as you saw. They talk about light, love, God. The kids came in. It's just been an amazing experience. So you'll hear stuff like this, and a lot of people will get it and say, well, this app stinks. There's nothing coming through. It's just, I can't understand it. That's because you're not doing the job and connecting with spirit. I've worked on connection solely for the last 7-8 years. And spirits have taught me how to connect. I've talked about it. And I found most people either don't believe it or they don't want to take it seriously. This is an app for someone who wants to put in the work, build a relationship with spirits, connect to the other side, and have conversations with them ultimately. You might be someone who picks up on it and gets it right away. You might be someone who it takes weeks, right? You might be someone who never gets anything through it. But that's the beauty of the speech mode, is that it only works when spirits are connecting through you. Now, I'll talk a little bit about spirits and how they connect through you. Spirits look for our light. Our soul has an inner light. We all have an inner light within us. That light can be bright, it can be dim. If we live a life of negativity, hate, anger, etc., the soul goes dim and we become miserable. We get stuck in negativity day in and day out. If we live life with love, light, respect, help others when we can, I've talked about this forever, our light grows inside. When our light grows inside and we're full, spirits call it being full, they can find us easy. It's like we're like a big beacon, like a big lighthouse, and the spirits just find our light. That's how they say they find me. And in the one video, they say, we know your address. They're telling me they know how to find me. They know where I am. And
You had head trauma. You see, here's the father. You have my address. We're going to switch it back to human here shortly, but by me you answer. Okay, thank you. It's such a rush.
And anytime spirits come in, they talk of the light. And if my light is a little dimmer that day, because it can fluctuate throughout life, they might have a harder time connecting. And that's when I have guides come in and say they're bringing the light. But what I love about this app is spirits have validated in a mere 3-4 weeks everything they've talked about through my devices over the last 13 years about the light, about how love is the key, about how we are energy and how they go through us to speak. We have learned about the afterlife. I've learned about the afterlife in pretty good detail. And it's pretty remarkable how we can just connect as humans using an app on our phone. Again, not everyone will be able to connect. It takes dedication, it takes patience, it takes meditate. For me, it takes meditation. It takes living a life of love without any anger, without any hate, without any negativity, and just dropping all fear from life. I'll also say about fear, if you fear this, never, ever download it, never use it. Fear is an energy we put out, as is love. Fear, if we put that energy out, it's a dark energy. And who comes in? Who is attracted to the dark energy? The dark souls. If we put out love and light, who is attracted to that? Dark souls and light souls come to the light energy. The dark souls want our light and beg for our light. The light souls are there to join us in the light. But when you are full of light, everything is just peaceful. Life just flows. There's no worry. There's no stress. It's a crazy thing. And this whole thing that I've been doing for 13 years is the biggest blessing I could have ever hoped for in this lifetime. And this app has just boosted my excitement once again, because now we have something in the palm of our hand that fits in our pocket that costs under 10 bucks that can prove the existence of spirits, and it has. It cannot be debunked by any skeptic on earth, period. Period. It can't be called fake if you're getting answers with it, period. Anyone who claims otherwise has no clue about what they're talking about, nor do they know how spirits truly speak to us through devices and boxes, right? This has been a validation monster for me. Spirits have been showing me things for the last couple of years, mostly since we've been here on this property. And with this app, they are validating it. They're showing me, they say they're training me, and they're asking if I see what they're showing. And when I talk about it, they validate it after they show me. It's just an amazing tool. It really lifted up my spirit, and I think it's growing my light even more. I'm just so excited, and I just want to make video after video. I want to tell the world. Are there children of light here? They're all climbing up on the couch.
Angel boy.
Angel boy. Are one of these, are these angels? These children angels? You just said angel boy.
Just those four.
I see if I can learn anything about them. Do you like using this app to talk? Play it. I think there's children here using the app now. I think we should do this every night or every day and practice connecting and communicating. I'm asking for results, right? Times. So yeah, I'm getting ready to pull up now. Light. Is there light here? I feel an energy. All right, and I'm still in the car. I'm gonna get out. History, the store? Crush. Oh goodness, hold on. Hold on, he's showing me more here. He wasn't building a house, he was building a store. Holy cow, all right, let's get out and walk around. I don't know if you're actually buried here, that's what I felt. If you are, can you guide me? Jesus something. So these days, back in the day, years ago, I used to be like, I gotta make a video for YouTube. I have to go record for YouTube. I gotta keep the algorithm going. These days, I am very lacking in that. I don't have, I'm not as strict on myself. I only do sessions these days for my members, my group sessions. And if I do a session for the general channel here on YouTube or Facebook or TikTok, I only do them when Spirit pushes me to do them. The Ocean Gate sub, for example, where I use this app and my box at the same time as they were using both, which is another amazing validation. I've been using both lately, and they validate through one box and then validate through the other. And that proves both of these devices are absolutely connecting to Spirit. But before I do a session, I have to be drawn to do it. The Ocean Gate one, I woke up out of bed. They kept telling me, go record, go record. I told Debbie I have to go record for the sub. And I recorded, and it was jaw-dropping amazing. It's just unbelievable, that video. And I felt the energy. I saw what they were showing me. They validated it. But before I record, I sit in my chair. I place either my box or the app in front of me. I set all the lighting up, get my cameras ready, and I sit for about 15 minutes with eyes closed, totally still, totally quiet. I erase all thoughts from my mind, and I focus on a big beam of light coming from above, filling me completely and then leaching out of me and filling the entire space. I announce this as I say it to the spirits. I welcome them in the light with love, with respect, with kindness. I always tell them I'm here as a friend, that I come in peace and I mean no harm. I say I welcome all beings of light to come through if they want to communicate. And as I do this, I'm focusing. And I focus the room as it's an empty room with one door that's wanting to open, and you see light bursting at the seams. Visualization is a key to communication. Remember, spirits go through us to speak. They've said it over 200 times in my sessions. They go in us to speak. When they do this, I feel them dramatically. It's like a high without having to be high on any drug. It's beautiful. It's a feeling of warmth, love, electricity. And then they say, we're going in you, or we're in you. And that's how they talk. They use us to speak, because remember, spirits are energy. They don't have a voice. They don't have a body. It's not like here on Earth. We're not up there in a body playing golf. We're either in the light at the source with other souls of light, or we're in the dark alone. And that is the evidence I've recorded for 13 years, and every shred of that evidence is real. So that's why I'm excited about this app. Someone can take it, tear it apart, try it for themselves, and then if you're someone who can connect with spirit, you could take that app and show them right there that you can connect and talk with spirits in the afterlife. I'll leave you with a few more clips, but I hope you enjoyed this video. This is a remarkable app, game-changing, best spirit tool. I am declaring it the best spirit tool you can buy today, regardless of type or price. And if you're getting it and you're just hearing gibberish and you say this app stinks, it's not the app, it's your connection. If you really want to be one with spirit, work on that connection. I've written many articles about it and made many videos about it. But if you're not serious about it, or you're not someone who cares about it, don't download the app. Don't get into this, because you can go down rabbit holes, and before you know it, you'll be in really deep. If you fear it, don't download the app. It can open up a can of worms if you fear everything about the spirit world.
As light. And she's so thrilled. She's so thrilled just being in the light.
Are you still here? Let me lower the rate. There's a rate dial so you can have the responses come in quicker or slower.
Julie.
Show.
You're showing me, right. I like how they validate through this app that they're showing me. We're talking. Julie, a teacher. Was this teacher mean or nice to you?
Sweet.
Sweet, okay. So you're showing me a schoolhouse memory of this teacher.
Mr. Inkster.
Seeing a bell, was this like an old school bell you guys would ring to start school? Did you ever ring the bell? Only learn. Julia? Is the light with us, spirits?
Circle of souls.
Circle of souls? Just what I said. I saw them coming in. And they're still here. Do they just want to talk?
Teacher.
Teacher. Let me take this.
Terror with you.
All right, anything else?
Your brother, you had a brother in the car with you. Is his name Oliver? He lost his foot, right? People ask about reincarnation. Yes, they have said time and time again, if our soul doesn't learn what it needs to learn while here, we will come back as many times as need be to learn. And we might not necessarily come back in a human body. We can come back as a dog, as a cat, because yes, they do have souls as well. Period. End of story. 13 years of doing this, I am like an encyclopedia of the afterlife. You can ask me any question and I will have an answer for you from the heart. And those messages came direct from Spirit through my recordings over 13 years. So Necrophonic app, I like it so much. I've already discovered 2 things that can be improved with it. I'd love for Keith to make just a dedicated app for the speech mode. It deserves it. The other things distract from it, I think. So I'm going to be talking to Keith about that soon. It's on iOS and Android on the app stores. Yeah, that's the real deal about this app. It's not going to work for everybody, but if you're someone who can connect, it will work for you. I love you all. I thank you all. There's going to be so much more to come this year. Next year, I have some big changes and things. I'm trying to work that out to see how everything's going to go. But everything is all good. Everything is exciting. And ITC is going to grow like never before. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Do you know who created this app? Spirit?
Keith.
Keith Weldon made this app.